Hey everybody, it's Wendy. Welcome. So excited to be here today and show you the fun back to school gift that I made with the brand new Harvest Hellos. Check out this little bundle. It's so cute. It is in the new catalog, and you cannot actually purchase this bundle right now unless you purchase the Stampin' Up! Starter Kit. So one of the things that Stampin' Up! Does is they allow new demonstrators or people who are purchasing the starter kit to get the discount. They allow those people to add anything that's in a pre-order into their starter kit. So if there's anything you wanted out of the holiday catalog and you want to get it now rather than waiting till September 4th, you could actually go ahead and add it to a starter kit. There is a link below if you want to do that. A lot of people get hung up on the idea that, by the way, this is Poppy Parade and it is cut at 9 by 3 inches. And I'm just wrapping it around these Ticonderoga pencils, which, by the way, are the very best pencils you can buy. I love them, love them. And I make sure to get some every year for the teacher that Macy is going to be going to. I'm using twine here, linen twine, to do a little decor, and I'm going to be doing some stamping with a really fun trick, so you're going to want to hang out to see that. But anyway, what I was saying is a lot of people get hung up on purchasing the starter kit thinking that that means they have to be like a full-fledged Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. Technically, you are a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator if you purchase the starter kit. However, that means a whole lot of different things to different people. Some people take it seriously like I do and decide to make it a business, and it has been a wonderful business for me. Other people just simply purchase it to get the discount, because when you purchase the starter kit, you get a 20% discount and on all of your own orders. So that's really handy when you have a stamping / paper / crafting addiction. Originally I bought the starter kit for that very reason. I just wanted the paper because I was an avid scrapbooker. And then about 6 months after buying the starter kit, I decided to try stamping for the very first time. And holy Moses, I was completely hooked. And I barely scrapbook at all anymore. I have a little bit here and there, mostly kind of like project life, but doing little projects like this and making cards and crafts, that's my jam. I love it. So anyway, to the project, I have to show you this trick. If you grab a Stamparatus and grab your little grid paper, you can use dies or punches. Punch out the image on the grid paper first, then line up your stamps through the grid paper. So what I did is I took my stamps and I arranged them on top of my grid paper after I had punched. Then I'm able to arrange them on the clear plate just exactly how they will be punched and stamp them as many times as I need to. So this is super, super handy when you're mass producing anything. So if you needed to mass produce something and really, get a bunch of stuff created quickly, this is like the best tip I could ever give you. So I can stamp this apple, the leaf, and the stem as many times as I need to, and every single time I stamp it, it's going to be lined up absolutely perfect for when I punch it. So this is a really good, useful trick, and I highly recommend trying it. If you don't have a stamp positioning tool, you can still position them onto a larger clear block, but honestly, a stamp positioning tool, it just makes life so much easier. So if you don't have one, you could pick one up. There is a link for it below the video. I've linked all the supplies below the video. So I decided, okay, so what I do is I make a big basket or box, and I fill it with all kinds of supplies that a teacher could use throughout the year. And then I try to add in some sort of little personal item, like maybe a $15 Starbucks card, or, a little gift card for grabbing a bite to eat somewhere or something like that. Just kind of depends on the teacher. We live in a super, super small town. So The total attendance of my kids' school is like 200 kids, and that's kindergarten through 6th grade, you guys. So it's like 7 grades of school in one school, and there's only 200 kids. So it's pretty small. And so we know everybody really well. And Macy's teacher this year is going to be the same teacher she had for 3rd grade. When he first came to our school, he started out as a 3rd grade teacher. And after that, he moved to 6th grade. So 4th, 5th grade, he was a 6th grade teacher, and he's remaining at that grade level this year. So I'm excited about that. So she'll have him again, and we are friends with the family. So that kind of works out well, and we really like them. They're really sweet people, and they're Christians, which I always find nice, because I feel like there's a little bit different element there, knowing that about them. I mean, it's a public school, so obviously there's nothing being taught Christian based in school, but it's one of those things where I feel just comfortable knowing that they at least know the Lord. That's important to me. I like that. So, this is not the whole thing that I'm giving him, 1 pack of pencils. I actually am making a basket and going to give him the whole basket full of goodies. If you want to see a picture of the basket, and if you want to see a picture of my 6th grader heading on to 6th grade, you can pop over to my blog at loveandstampin.com, and you'll be able to see those photos there. I added some fun photos for you, and just wrote up a little bit about what's going on in our lives. So I haven't really got to share any more with you about my trip, and I plan on doing that because I've only got to share like day 1. This is also a new product that's coming down the pike with the holiday catalog. It is glossy accents, but it's got shimmer in it. So I didn't really have a good way to move this around the apple. That's something I'm going to keep looking into, figuring out how I want to do. So I just took an old paper piercing tool and started kind of moving the stuff around, and it ended up working out fine to just do it that way. But I feel like there's probably an easier way, maybe using a paintbrush or something like that when you're doing a large area like this. I wanted my apple to be shiny, and so the only way to really do that would be to either heat emboss it or put this on. So back to life. So some of you know that Grandpa wasn't feeling well, and so we ended up having his birthday party out at his house, and we just did cake and ice cream. He was in really bad shape, you guys. He's done something to his back. He fell a couple weeks ago, and he really hurt his back. And long story short, we ended up getting some more homeopathic medicines for him, and I'll just leave it at that. Which he had never tried before, and it worked like a miracle drug. So we were really, really pleased with the results, and he slept that night for 10 hours, which is like almost unheard of for him. I do worry that things are beginning to change for him, and maybe his body is starting to really struggle. He has had kidney issues, low kidney function for several years. And they told us like when he was 70 something that he had congestive heart failure, and he's 96. So he's like, he's not, I don't know. The man is incredible. So, we'll have these moments where we're like, oh, it's probably getting close to the end for Grandpa. And it just kind of goes to show you, you're not going anywhere until God calls you home. So I don't know how much longer he will be with us, but I do know every single day and every time we spend together is really precious, special time. And so I called him today actually and said, if you need anything, just give me a call. My mom was heading out. My mom lives with him because he has to have a caretaker at this point. He cannot live on his own. He still can get up and get around, but he falls pretty regularly, and he's very stubborn. So he has to be watched often. And so she was leaving for just a couple hours today, and she let me know that she was going to be out of town for a couple hours. And so I just called and said, hey, if you need anything, call me. Don't try to do it yourself. So he sounded pretty good today. He's doing a lot better today. So he's, who knows how much longer he'll be with us. I don't know. I pray that it's a long time in one way, and then there's another way that I just wish he would go home to be with the Lord, because I don't like to see him hurting or suffering. It's so hard to watch, anybody that you love suffer and be in pain. So anyway, I pray for either miracle healings or just peace for him. So I'm kind of just trying to decide where I want to put this, and I decided on this area. And since that glossy accents was still wet, I just went ahead and stuck that down right in there, and it's going to act like a glue and hold it in place. So that is Mr. Newton's little decorative pack of pencils. And like I said, you can visit my website at Love and Stampin'. You can shop with me at shoploveandstampin.com, and I'll be back on Wednesday with another video. And if you ever want to join me live on Facebook, I'm live at 3 p.m. Pacific Standard Time every Tuesday. Bye-bye.